This is LOONA's light stick. It's one of the tallest light sticks in K-pop due to the length of the handle. However, Dreamcatcher has taken the crown with an even longer one with the inclusion of extension handles, and you can essentially create a staff. Now, what if we made LOONA's light stick bigger? Hi, it's Matt, and today we're scaling this up to help LOONA win back the title of the tallest light stick in K-pop. We'll begin by 3D modeling the light stick in CAD so that it'll be easy to scale to whatever size we want. I used Fusion 360 and was kinda surprised at how well it turned out. Do I have talent? Once the parts are ready, they're sent to the 3D printers. It took about 7 days to print everything. Here are all the 3D printed pieces, and the first step will be sanding some of the joints and gluing them together. I used epoxy to glue the parts together, and it's so satisfying when everything fits. I skipped using super glue because somehow I always end up gluing my fingers together. The two handle pieces get some sandbags on top to apply pressure and keep it together. And around this time, Kimlet posted a photo of her at In-N-Out, which made me very hungry, so I got some burgers while the glue dried. Once the epoxy has cured, I can sand the surface some more to smooth it out. I also used Bondo to cover any of the seams between parts, and to fill in 3D printing layer lines or holes. The Bondo also gets sanded some more for a good finish, and it's time for painting. This is a friendly reminder to wear a respirator because I don't think it's a good idea to breathe in all this powder. I got some spray paint at Home Depot, and all the pieces received a coat of white paint. After one coat though, I decided to use up some of my old acrylic paints before they dry out. I'm not sure I'm a fan of having visible brushstrokes on the surface. I suppose it does add a touch of character and artistic quality. I tried using the gold acrylic paint, however I ended up using the spray can I bought. It's a lot easier to get a consistent finish. Eventually, I'll learn better painting techniques. And here are the painted parts. Superglue is used to join some of the pieces, like this moon, and I glued in some M3 hex nuts that will allow me to screw everything together. I found this 7-inch acrylic hemisphere online. Sometimes they're used for security cameras or dog windows, and for my Oh My Girl light stick I made last year, the domes also work as a hat. I used some coarse sandpaper to roughen up the surface and give us a light diffusing quality. This diamond shape was the part of the light stick that I was most concerned about because I didn't know a good way to approach making it. I ended up using some 1mm plastic sheets and a Cricut machine to cut out the various faces of the diamond. The Cricut was set up so that it didn't cut all the way through the plastic sheet, and it gave a good edge to bend the pieces into shape. Oh man. Except for when I bent it too far. I tested using glue to join the faces, but I settled with some simple packaging tape since it was a lot easier to get decent results. After the diamond is taped together, I peeled off the protective film on the plastic sheets, and this was an enjoyable part of the process. Is this ASMR? The gold parts of the crown are snapped into place and it holds the diamond, and along with the hemisphere, the crown assembly is screwed onto the base. Now it's time for the electronics. I took apart an LED ring light since the lights are cheap and relatively bright. I'm only using the white LEDs of the ring light as I have an additional RGB LED light array in the center. Unfortunately, I broke the outermost ring of the RGB setup while drilling mounting holes, so we lost some light. Everything was wired together to an Arduino Nano microcontroller, and I kept breaking things like this relay, so it was frustrating. But eventually, I figured it out and glued the electronics into the rest of the light stick. My policy with electronics is as long as nothing lights on fire, it's fine. I like going on short walks in the evening to unwind, and it's also a good opportunity to test the portability of the LOONA light stick. Alright,
let's roll.
We're going on a walk. We got 2 bugs in here now, so apparently the LOONA light stick makes a pretty good fly trap. But it's also because I designed it pretty poorly and there's some gaps and holes. All right, we're gonna go back. Imagine I tripped and fell and just smacked right straight into the ground.
That would have been the best ending for the video.
Thankfully, that didn't happen. There are a couple of little tweaks I wanted to make before I called it good. Above all, making sure the colors of the light match the actual light stick. Besides white, LOONA's light stick has 12 colors representing each of the members, so I spent some time getting my RGB set up to match. I posted 2 brief progress videos on my TikTok account and shared concerns of, I just don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's so big. And a lot of commenters recommended making it a lamp. So let's do that. I got a wood base for the light to rest on and drilled a hole in the center for the power cable to go through. A 1/2 inch floor flange and 12-inch pipe are screwed on to help support the light stick. I already have a floor lamp. Even so, I'll move it out so we can see how the LOONA light stick fits in as a lamp. Wow, look at all those colors. I would give it a 7 out of 10 review, only because it doesn't do a good job at illuminating all around. I didn't do enough research, and I realized with Dreamcatcher's light stick, you can keep adding extensions in the middle to have essentially limitless length. There's this photo of Dreamcatcher at one of their concerts that demonstrates this feature, and doing some quick observations, it appears taller than this massive LOONA light stick I just built. So I guess this was a little bit pointless. Anyways, if you'd like to 3D print your own, the STL files are down in the description. And if you want this one, maybe someday I'll auction it off on eBay when I'm running out of room. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next project. Bye!